Greetings, YouTube. It's your favorite DM, Fishsuit here, and we are live on twitch.tv/Fishsuit, about to start our latest campaign of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. If you enjoy what you're seeing here on YouTube, come give my Twitch channel a follow. We stream these sessions every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST. And, of course, you can always just watch them here on YouTube. I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you want. Without further ado, let's go over and start talking to our characters now. We have a special surprise tonight because GH, would you please? This is a professional. That's it. Boom Byron is now super duper mod, and you are. I'm actually unsubbing you. You can do that now. Twitch gives you a lot of.
You can unsub people.
Yeah. We have a hashtag guest druid tonight. I was going to say, I almost said hashtag guest Drew, because the last time we had a guest for our main party, it was a hashtag guest Drew. So tonight, Mini Bulba, who plays I as fuck, can't join us. And so my IRL wife and my pretend wife, Book Fairy, is stepping in to play. Hi, Book Fairy. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Okay, great upfront banter there. So we're going to do just a short session tonight. Usually our sessions are 4 hours, and on YouTube we break these up into two-hour kind of episodes. But tonight's just going to be one 2-hour episode, and I think that's a good. I was just saying before we started the sort of VOD is that. I think that's a good rule of thumb. Like, if somebody can't make it, we'll find somebody to play their character, but we probably won't run a full session, so they wouldn't miss like a full 4 hours. I would like to keep the sessions going and the narrative going, but we don't have to do the full deal for 4 hours. So, and because you just miss a lot if that happens, that's a big chunk of time.
I remember when I missed 4 hours.
Yeah, you missed
GH was dead. There was a dragon all of a sudden.
Yeah, Cunning Fox is gone. For one session, he comes back and there's like a character death. Maybe there's a dragon has absconded with a party member. So I'm excited to play. Of course, we've had internet issues. I've had internet issues for our last session, so we had to cancel that. So this is the first time we're meeting since like mid-September, and it's now past mid-October. So, the last time we played, you guys... and let me plug also our Vlor and my D&D recap podcast, because it's probably helpful for even you guys, too, where you can go back and catch up on the story if you missed anything, or any... sometimes I'll give, like, important little details as well. I think Vlor learned some stuff about our other campaign that he put in the bank. He put into his spank bank, if you will. His D&D spank bank. But yeah, we recapped this session and our other campaign as well, so that's something you can always check out. But you guys finally found a way into Cragmaw Castle. You decided on how you're going to get inside, and you came inside. You fought an owlbear, you fought some hobgoblins, and then you immediately stumbled into the boss fight. And you found and saved Gundren Rockseeker. He's the guy who started this whole shebang. He hired most of you, your characters, to help him deliver some supplies because he was really excited about something, and now you know that it is a map to the Phandelver's Pact, the mine. And you pretty much handled the boss. I mean, I don't think that was like super challenging. I will say, and I was talking with Laura about this on our podcast, which was there was a whole sequence in there which was really cool because you guys were fighting this guy who you thought was a dark elf. Cunning Fox knew there was something weird about this guy, and you other guys did too. He was like, he had swords, but he was like hitting people with his hands, and you couldn't figure it out. And Mini Bulba, I casts a moonbeam on him. And Cunning Fox, I think, just said offhandedly, well, if he's a doppelganger, it's going to have some extra kind of effect. It's going to reveal him. And so the campaign stops for a second. We pull up Moonbeam, we read it, and sure enough, as Moonbeam hits his creature, it's a doppelganger. And I thought that was really cool. Like, cool that you guys, were paying attention enough to catch it. And then he had the spell that did that. That was just a real fun moment for me as a DM. And so you left the boss fight then, and now you're trying to find the map, right? The map is here somewhere. Gundren assumes it is. But you're trying to find that map. And as you rounded a corner here, Droop, who is now a halfling, sees a goblin round the corner. I don't know if I said this during the last time, but this goblin that Droop sees, he's dressed like a cook. He's got a filthy apron on. And he's has some dirty pot. Maybe he's just throwing the contents on the floor out here, or he was heading out back, perhaps. But anyway, Droop, as a halfling, of course, sees this goblin and recognizes him. And he calls out his name, and the goblin stops in his tracks, and then, he's like, well, I think Cunning Fox, you were even like, I'm Droop, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying it's me.
It's me, yeah, and so so this guy was like Droop, and that's exactly where we ended it. So. I wrote a little something here, so just bear with me. Enjoy. GH, sit back and relax. Just enjoy the story. So we can see this scene. Everybody's standing here, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of a liberty and move Azrael up to the front here, because we see that this little squiggly here on the map is a curtain. It's a red curtain. It's kind of hanging up between these two areas to mark them off. So we see this red curtain that Droop just stepped behind, and then the camera kind of pans back to Azrael. He's staring at the curtain, and it begins to, the curtain begins to ripple and move, and suddenly it takes on a shape as we see the curtain transform into a long silken cape. And we're kind of transported elsewhere now. And we hear the clack of wood meeting wood as we see this caped figure sparring with another figure, a young elf. And they're, kind of going at each other. They both have staves, clack, 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 and they're, fighting around on this sort of stone dais. It's like a little platform almost, clearly meant for this sport that they're doing, this fighting. Quinn, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the fish tank. You'll have to be faster than that. Anticipate the movement, the caped figure chastises, an older female, who we can see has a fluidity of movement that we've never seen before. She feints right, and the young man bites on the movement, shifting his weight and his staff to block the strike that is no longer there. The female instead counters the momentum and sweeps to his lower left, catching his calf just above the heel and sends him tumbling to the stone platform. He grunts and springs back up defiantly. A whirlwind of movement now, they both begin the dance anew. The young elf pressing the attack with fury as the female parries and scores hits on his shoulder, hip, and finally, cutting through the flurry of blows, wedges her staff right up against his windpipe. You're dead, she says matter-of-factly. That's enough for today. The adrenaline still coursing through his veins and his mind, shrugging off the stinging cuts and bruises. His breath is coming in heaves now, and he grips his staff so tightly his knuckles are white. Enough for today, Azrael, the female says again, this time more forcefully. And finally his body begins to relax. You can see him kind of come to his senses. This sort of blood rage that he was going through is past. Yes, Sensei, he says with a low bow. I will prepare for our evening meditation. He then turns and walks toward a set of long buildings in the middle distance. The camera pans up, and we see a small monastery that looks to be built into the base of a mountain, straddling the edge of a dense evergreen forest. The female watches him walk away. Someday, perhaps, when you learn to control it, she whispers under her breath, and she places her hand at her side, running her fingers over a smooth alabaster mask that hangs from the clasp of her belt. The scene fades. I imagine this next sort of flashback or piece of narrative as these smash flash cuts. We're seeing two very different things back and forth. So we see now Azrael, a young Azrael, napping lazily next to a calm pool of water in a sunlit clearing. And he just yawns and stretches. It's just very serene. The air's heavy, humid maybe, and just like this calm day. You can hear like crickets and frogs in the background. And then we are slammed into this. We see the female monk, and she's surrounded by enemies. She has a cut on her face, and she breathes heavily. Her combatants are closing in. We see bugbears, goblins, maybe an orc. She reaches to her belt, unclasps the mask, and puts it on. It glows with the intensity as she rushes forward. She's just screaming, rushing forward to meet her foes. Back in the forest, we see a crude drawing of a dragon on a piece of parchment hanging from the trunk of a tree. Azrael sticks out his tongue, and he aims a dart from a few dozen feet away. He misses wildly, and the dart flies into the woods. "Practice makes perfect," he says in a mocking tone, daring only to defy his sensei behind her back. The monastery now. The female's red glowing cape behind her like wings, and the mask of her face has two large ethereal cobras emerging from the eyes, just like ghosts just coming out of the mask, just green and glowing. A bugbear screams in terror, drops his weapon, turning to flee, just as the wooden staff flashes in, breaking his jaw and the rest of his will to stay in the fight. Azrael now, whistling a jaunty little tune as he walks through the woods, collecting the occasional edible flower or berry, just to make the journey last a little bit longer, so he doesn't have to get back to his responsibilities. We now see that monastery in an aerial shot. Much of it is on fire. It appears as if one of the larger structures has completely collapsed in. And from our bird's eye view, we see the on the outskirts fighting the last survivors versus this kind of never-ending wave of goblins. The onslaught seems to have passed. It's nearly over. There's just some fighting on the periphery. And we flash back to that stone dais as she fights relentlessly, but the odds slowly turn against her, and there's just too many enemies, and when she downs one, two more enter. Finally, a javelin breaks her defense, and it knocks the mask off and clangs to the ground. Just as that happens, an arrow catches her upper thigh and staggers her, and she falls to her knees. The enemies start to close in around her, and the camera pans up, and we see that stone dais where she sparred with Azrael is just like this pile of bodies in that semicircle around her. And now, among those bodies, her own. We now see Azrael picking his way through the wreckage, tears in his eyes. The buildings of the monastery still smoldering. He hides for a moment as a group of goblins make their way by, removing anything valuable, going through pockets of dead, bodies on the ground. He climbs a few steps to the top of the stone dais, the red cape splayed out over her body, covering up the pool of blood underneath. He kneels down. "Take this seriously, Azrael. It might save your life one day." Her voice echoes in his head. "It didn't save yours," he chokes out through the lump in his throat. Azrael grabs her shoulders and rolls her body over. Clutched underneath her, he sees the mask, now covered with her blood. He begins to gather up her cape, and we see that maybe he wants to move the body from here, or give her some kind of proper burial or sending off. But there's some commotion that stops him. It's yelling in the distance. There's still danger here, and he looks around anxiously, leans over, picks up the mask, and runs off into the forest. We see the mask clanging against his belt, and now we see that mask in that same exact clasp on the Azrael that we have here in Cragmaw Castle. End of scene! I've been promising Vlor that for a while, so I'm glad we finally were able to do that.
That was good.
I like the I particularly like the aiming the dart at the dragon part. That really got me. That got me right in the old feelers. Okay, so you're kind of behind the curtain here, Azrael, so that's I I just really like that scene of you just like seeing that, and suddenly you're transported back, all that the memories of that. But now our more immediate concern here, Droop and this goblin that you know as Yeg. So Droop and Yeg, you are in the standoff, and Yeg's like, "How are you a fucking halfling now?"
You know how magic is real?
Yes, I'm aware that the concept of magic exists in our universe.
Well, apparently doodads can bring you back from the dead, but like it's not always your body. So I made a new one, so now it's me.
I don't understand what you're doing here.
It's a long story.
Sorry.
He's just extreme. Like, he just doesn't know what to think at this point. Are you wearing King Graal's crown?
No, it's my crown because I killed him.
Are you, what?
He's dead.
Do
you don't have to work for him anymore.
That's great news. King Graal was an asshole. We all knew it. What now?
Who all's left in the castle?
Well, there's my gang in the kitchen. There's the 7 of us in there. There's 8 of us, including me. I can get them on our side for sure, but the hobgoblins that run the defense in the front of the castle, they won't be so easy to convince.
We have his head. That should convince them.
You take the lead. You're the king now, right?
I think that's how that works. No one really taught us that.
Goblin school, am I right?
Right?
He fist bumps you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, there's obviously no reason for us to fight you. Like, we're friends.
I can bring the kitchen gang in on your side. I don't think that'll be a problem. We hated King Graal. I mean, if you killed him, then you're stronger than he was.
That's what I was thinking. So, are they in there?
Yeah, this is where we work.
Cool. You should probably go in there and tell them not to be alarmed when I come in here dressed as him and also with 3 people they don't know.
Wait, there's more. You have more people with you?
I peek behind the curtain and shoot him a cute smile.
Droop then dramatically pulls the curtain aside.
He takes a step back.
I had help.
Oh, okay. So you want me to go in and just make sure the boys are going to be okay with this?
Yeah, just make sure they don't freak out,
All right. So you can see him go back in.
See, I told you this would work.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the song I thought of 5 minutes ago.
While Fisher was telling that boring story, I wrote a fun song. All right, so you guys you come in. I mean, we can have a little food.
That's fine. All right. Come on, guys.
Don't.
Try not to scare them.
Yeah, so let me tell you about this little area. The western portion of this hall ends in a wall of rubble, but the remainder is still intact. This was probably like a banquet hall at some point. Has a huge 25 foot high ceiling here. Two large wooden tables with plain benches stand in the middle of the room, and a brass brazier full of glowing coals is tucked into one corner. There's dirty dishes, half-full stew pots, moldy bread, gnawed bones on the table. There's rats, scurrying everywhere into the walls as you walk by. It's bugs, it's dirty, it's gross.
I like what you guys did with the place.
Right? I was thinking the same thing. He offers you like a bowl of just like gray, it looks just like gray water, like a would be in a mop bucket.
Mm.
Don't tell me you got this rich tastes now as a halfling.
No, we just ate before we came in.
And he just takes it and just the whole thing down in one swig.
And I gotta conserve food. So there are still hobgoblins in the building? We already killed a few of them.
Yeah, quite a few. They guard the front. They guard the front of the castle, and well, you're not going to have any luck with the cultists, I'll tell you that much. You're going to have to... They'll fight tooth and nail.
They're a cultist?
Yes. It's Lupo. It's Lupo and his two little acolytes.
What are they a cult of?
Oh, he started to he claims to hear the voice of Maglubiot speaking to him. Suddenly this goblin's from Jersey. It's like, hey, forget about it. Hey, Drew. Bada bing, bada boom.
I don't know. Why aren't more goblins from Jersey?
I think from now on they all should be.
Yeah, they're all from Jersey.
Yeah, so he just tells you that there's this goblin, Lupo, Lhupo, and he claims to hear the voice of the god Maglubiot, Maglubiyet, speaking to him, and he has a cult presence here in the castle. Yes, it's Dr. Lupo.
Dr. Lupo.
And he didn't get enough subs, and so he doesn't. Dr. Lupo does like a lot of nice things for charity, doesn't he?
He does.
That's the goblin god, right? Like,
it must be. Somebody want to do a religion check?
Religion check. Yeah.
First roll of the day.
Droop skipped that class.
Oh yeah, didn't our paladin
I have
die?
a 3.
Oh yeah. I wonder if there was someone here who
Oh,
he didn't have religion trained. Who am I kidding?
Ew.
Didn't we refuse to
Religion
resurrect
check.
him?
Oh no.
He actually didn't have.
Oh, it did go.
3. Yeah, you have no idea. You're like, is that's the god of lollipops, right?
Super knowledgeable. Definitely the god of lollipops.
All right. That's oh boy. Yeah, you're just not quite sure. Azrael. Let's see if I knows. There you go. Yes, Maglubiot is indeed is also known as the Mighty One or the High Chieftain, and he is the chief deity of goblins, hobgoblins, and warlike god ruled over the goblinoids with a iron fist.
All right.
You tell the party this.
So yeah, he's a baddie.
I assume that.
Yeah. Hobgoblins like him. He likes war, etc.
What was his name one more time?
I have no
Maglubiot.
idea.
How do you spell that?
Maglubiet.
I think you're just saying the alphabet at this point.
Can we just call him Meg?
HIJKLMNOP.
Okay. I don't know why that's happening, but whatever. So,
I'm just staying back, letting Droop do his thing.
how many hobgoblins are up there with them? Do you know?
I don't know the exact number. They work in shifts. 8,
What do they sweep?
12.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Hmm.
Maybe we should fight for our king. With our powers combined, there's quite a few of us, more than 12.
I don't want to risk the other goblins, though.
I mean, are you not the king?
Yeah, but I want to be a good king, not like that guy. He sucked.
Like that Wenceslas guy. He was such a he was such a good king that they wrote a song about him, alright?
Exactly.
I definitely have a song for our new king. I had to do some editing. Because in a previous edition, Gamer Bardwin was the real hero. It's ready to go.
I mean, are you gonna perform it? Are you gonna perform it for these goblins?
Oh no, these goblins already accept Droop as the king. Like, this is like buckle up, ready to like tell if anybody questions it. It's a convincing story.
I assume none of you fighters, right? You're all working kitchen.
I mean, I can wield this cast iron skillet, okay, but we're not fighters. If you want to put these guys up against a hobgoblin, you're asking for just to slaughter it.
That's what I was thinking. So, you guys should probably get out of here.
I mean, yeah, we can leave right now. I have a key to the south door.
Yeah. If you guys want to hang around like near the castle, that's fine, because we're gonna win. We're gonna win. But I don't want you guys to get captured or used as hostages, killed.
Yeah, I mean, our boss told us we were essential employees. we had to come in.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, you guys can go home now.
The customers are real assholes here. I mean,
I feel that.
yeah. So, do you want them explicitly to stay near the castle? Do you want them to go? I mean, you pretty much you knew this guy, and he knows who you are, and you're wearing the crown, so you have free reign here.
Do they have do they live here?
They do live here, yeah.
Then yeah, so just probably just slip outside, hang around. We'll tell you when the place is clear.
Okay, so and so he's like, yeah, that's fine. He hands you he unlocks this door here, because you guys never checked this door, but it is locked. So he unlocks this and then hands you the key to it. Troop.
Thank yous.
And then him and the boys go out to tear up the town. And they have a hungering for some horse meat, so they're gonna take a look in the nearby clearings. They're gonna take a look in the nearby clearings to see if there's just any like horses around.
No.
They really want to barbecue up some horse, so they'll head out. They'll head out just like you asked.
Okay.
I think we left a sign saying "Don't eat."
Please do not kill our horse.
Do not eat. You may feed the horse, but you may not feed on the horse. Keep offline.
All right.
Okay. did it. Yay.
Well,
I have
now we
subjects
to,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of
We
do.
just sent them out and left us to fend for ourselves. Hopefully, we don't die.
Yeah, that's our job.
You're a king now, Droop.
King
Yeah.
Droop.
Your life is important.
Right. That was always important. That's why you brought me back, right?
Yup.
Look, you're not useless anymore.
Anymore.
But I'm not really sure what you wanted them to do besides be meat shields, and that's kind of evil. So I
I
decided
don't
to
say
just let
meat
them go
shield.
outside. Yeah, but if you want to send them into combat, it would be like sending a child with a bow into a forest.
Eight goblin versus like one bad
With-
guy. Even if they
with
just
no
take out
arrows.
one bad guy.
Yeah, it would be like you armed a child with a bow and no arrows and sent him in telling him he was a hero.
I did not send him in. He went in on his own.
I wouldn't know about that because I wasn't
They
there.
paid
But it sounds
his
like
mom
something.
hands to let that halfling leave.
All right. So this is something I said I was going to happen on the podcast, and so I want to just take a minute now, which is, and I know that Book Fairy, this is not going to be really a possible thing for you, but I just want to check in with these characters. So we haven't really had like a good check-in with you guys in a while. So I'm going to put you on the spot here, GH. What do you think Gamer Bardwin, like what's going through her head now? Like, there's a lot of shit that's gone down in the last few sessions, like a week of her life, right? So where are you right now? Where is she right now mentally?
I feel kind of unsteady. Like, this is something we've been building up towards for so long, and I have so much like not closure going on in my life right now. I just want to get this place done with. I want to have additional help. I was hoping that those goblins would be additional help. Just like, I didn't want to use them as a meat shield, but I want that extra security because I feel so unstable with everything that's happening.
Yeah, lots of new shit has come to light. To quote the Big Lebowski. Vlor, what do you think goes going through Azrael's head? I noticed you haven't moved your character. Is this intentional? Are you still like seeing this?
Yeah, after the boss battle, I felt pretty useless. I just stood there while everybody else took care of business because I really couldn't do anything without dying. And then this flashback, it brings back that same feeling of I'm still just useless. And I want to be better than that. So, plus he knew that after seeing that flashback that the goblins might not make it out of there alive. So it was best to kind of stand back.
Right, yeah, that's kind of why I set it up like that too. Is you goblins do this horrible thing, right? And you've been very adamant, like, goblins suck. They're all evil, and you've been in a party now with a goblin who's not a goblin anymore, but really, is a goblin. You've been, traveling with him for several weeks now, and you've seen him good, right? The good that could be in him. So it's like very conflicted. I can definitely see that. Droop, you've had quite a tumultuous week here, but you just like basically slayed your king. What do you think's going through Droop's head? Is he just so stupid that he's like happy in this moment, or
there's a lot of elevator music, but like he acknowledges the fact that he went from where he was in the hideout to the point that he just killed someone he never conceived of being slayable.
Right, yeah, like Droop is the king of Cragmaw Castle right now. I mean, like, that's not insignificant.
He is on top of his own little
You
world.
started from the bottom, Cunning Fox. Now you're
And now
here.
he's here.
How it started, how it's going. Can some like if we had a larger following, I feel like I could direct chat to make that meme happen. How it started, just like a goblin being punched in the face by a bugbear, and how it ended is Droop as a halfling wearing the crown. And I'll make a note to check in also with Mini Bulba to see kind of eye right now as well, because I know that's just would not be possible for you to do that, Book Fairy. Not to say that you're a warm body here, but you can. But you do have a warm body, because as before the stream started, my hands were freezing cold, and so I shoved my cold hands into Book Fairy's like sides to just give her the ice sides of my icy cold hands. So she does have a warm body, but we'll check in with Mini Bulba during the next session to see kind of where I is right now. But that's something I kind of wanted to do. So Azrael, are you actually sitting out there then staring at the curtains, and you're just like out there right now?
Yeah, I mean, once I heard all of them leave, then, at that point, wipe that tear and just kind of curse the memories and push my way through the curtain.
Okay. And you walk into the kitchen here. Gamer, Bardwin, and why don't you give me a perception check, please? And, oh, baby, GH.
Ooh.
You fucked up.
22.
But it doesn't matter. it's a manual, you fucked up. Yeah, so, Gamer Barter, when you notice that Eye is, like, kind of shaken by something as he walks in. You maybe didn't even notice that he was missing until now, and he walks in and he's looking... He's trying to keep it together, you can tell, but there's something below the surface.
Did you say Azrael or I?
Azrael. Did I say I? It's Azrael.
Maybe. I sneak to the back, and even though I like to call him old man, and I tease him, and give him lots of shit, and then there was that one time with the bugs. Actually, there's a lot of reasons I should.
It was the time that I peed on him, and of course I stole from him.
Got his sleeping bag. Oh wait, sorry.
I feel I farted in the sleeping bag and held him under the covers.
Farted on him. I do care about Azrael, and I see this discomfort, and I ask him if everything's okay.
Puts his hand on the mask and just kind of pats her on the top of the head. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just an old man remembering things.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I know where there's some halfling leaf if you need to.
Just saw that Boom Byron gave you a 1 there, Book Fairy. I think everybody who ever subs and then rolls in the Discord on 1d4 gets a 1. Don't you guys feel like there's just like everybody has a fucking 1? But thank you so much, Boom, and that'll go if Book Fairy wants to add that to her roll, or she can also pass it right on to Mini Bulba. That would be a nice little gift there, wouldn't it?
Or not.
Or you could just not use it at all, throw it away. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, how would you like to proceed? What would you like to do? What's everybody's HP and stuff at here? It's
crap.
It's not great,
it's
right?
Not full, is it?
No. So
I would like to do a short rest if possible.
Okay.
Is it possible in this room?
I mean, you can try to take a short rest anywhere you want.
My main concern.
My man.
My man is that
My dudes.
It's a lot harder to be like, I'm king of the castle if you like walk into them. Like if they come to us, it'll be kind of weird. But if we barge in there all confident, like I feel like that's a more, I don't know.
We can make a bunch of noise.
True.
I could sing really loud.
We don't want them to come to us.
But we could put you on like a throne or some shit. You know what? We could get the goblins back and have them dancing or something, like out in front, and then like pretend like it's normal.
We did cut off his head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have that like with us, right?
Yeah, here you go. You want it?
Not really, but if I want to stand up front, I'd rather have both my hands for weapons.
We can make it a necklace.
No.
I was not serious. Just to be clear, that's really gross.
But maybe if you had the head and you could maybe talk to them and persuade them.
Ooh, roll it in like a bowling ball.
Ooh.
Like a badass, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a
Bowling
good
ball
idea.
roll. Yeah.
That doesn't give us a short rest, though.
No.
You know, we could
we
Dennis
could
the
just go
Menace
back to
this
Elmo
thing up.
too.
Ah, yes, the old bard's play. Dennis the Menace.
I've got a bear. Well, not Dennis the Menace. I guess Home Alone is more like it.
Ah, yes.
You guys, where did you purchase Micro Machines?
Well, I have a hunting trap. I also have caltrops and ball bearings and a bucket of paint.
And a whole bunch of other shit. At the time, Fishy was like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
A set of dragon's teeth. I'm sure that would hurt if we got a shot at them.
You have any D4 for them to step on?
A whole bag of D4.
Yeah, I do. Also some grease.
I have soap. We could put on
I
the
have
floor.
alcohol.
I think I have some batteries that we can hook up to the sink.
I mean, honestly, are these guys gonna come into the other room if they don't think anything's amiss? Like, that seemed like a pretty premium room.
What is whoever wants to here? Oh, well, Gamer Bard went for sure, but then anybody else, maybe like an insight check here as you kind of ponder this idea.
Oh, I'm okay at that. Oh, I almost rolled and then rolled 20. That would have been useless.
You could describe it to us as the dice rolls by.
I'm super knowledgeable tonight.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, GH.
I have person insight, but that's it.
It's a 20 for Azrael and 19. That'll do it as well. Let's see where Book Fairy winds up here. If she would, nope. Okay, so I and Droop. Yeah, you guys are in a mess hall, right? So is it possible that you get an hour-long short rest and nobody comes in here? Yes. Is it also possible that a hobgoblin wanders in here after a shift and is looking for a meal? Yes.
I was thinking the room we killed King Grawl and we left Gundren.
Okay. So I kind of told the goblins to go wait outside. You remember that?
Yeah.
And if they come in here and they don't find any goblins, where do you think they're gonna look?
Yeah.
Outside.
Then what do you think happens to goblins? I can relate to you firsthand if you'd like, or we can just assume.
Maybe they're just out there looking for more food to cook.
They don't believe us even when we're telling the truth.
Oh.
Yeah, we could put the goblins back in here.
What is our HP?
I have 12 or something.
Yeah, your current HP is Droop 9, Azrael 13, Gamer Bardo in 12, and I 12.
We could go back to just putting
And
it
I
on
only
my
have
token.
2 spells. left. 2 spell slots.
Yeah, I have none.
Short rest wouldn't do
Actually.
anything for you there.
My-
Yeah, that's a long rest.
Yeah,
The
we
main
talked about
thing-
it last time, and it didn't make a difference for the spellcasters and stuff like that, so it was vetoed.
It
In an
made a
ideal
difference
world-
for I, though, because you get back half your spells in
That
a
would
short
just be kinda
rest.
useless.
Are they Druid of the Land?
Yes.
Oh, neat. Well, ideally, we technically don't fight anyone else in here, except for apparently some cultists, because there's always cultists. There's been cultists in every place we've gone to.
Yeah, it's like that weird spider thing.
Why don't they just drink the Kool-Aid already?
Yeah.
Has Kool-Aid been invented yet?
My God, I
Oh,
just invented it.
Oh gosh.
I mean, we can try to wing it.
Is that why all the walls are broken?
Or like I said,
man.
ideally,
That took a minute to sink in there, GH.
with goblins it was a sure thing, but with hobgoblins they're kind of harder to intimidate.
That really got Floor.
It was the pause, wasn't it?
It was the ooh yeah. Oh man.
Well, my work is done here for the night.
Oh.
So, do we just try it? I mean, ideally we don't fight. And they just go, oh yeah, King Droop, yay!
I'm trying to
And
add. Oh yeah.
What is your charisma?
My Droop charisma not high.
Oh boy.
Droop charisma a solid 9.
All right, suddenly the wall crumbles down. And a giant picture of Juice crashes through. GH, give me a nature check. You correctly identified as the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh
The Kool-Aid Man is huge.
Yeah, he would be gargantuan by D&D standards. Okay.
Definitely the Kool-Aid
You
Man.
fucked up.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, God.
Cannon.
Flores is dead. We killed him. You killed him, GH.
I think that might be the Kool-Aid.
You have no idea. You're like, is that the Crystal Light Man?
Pepsi Man.
Is that like the milkman?
Oh, God.
My real dad?
Daddy?
All right, what are we doing
I'll explain
here?
that joke to
Is
Jackson
there a
later.
door here, or is this just an open hole?
It is an open area, but anybody have dark vision?
Not me.
Not
It
anymore.
is dark in there.
I do.
It's a narrow. It's almost like you have to. It would almost be squeezing to get through there.
Well, as long as we don't make lemonade, I think we'll be okay.
Should I take a peek?
I mean, if you'd like.
Sure.
Try and be stealthy.
I mean, but everybody's in the way.
So you take a peek through there, Azrael, and what you see is 2 hobgoblins sleeping.
And we're having all these giggle shits about Kool-Aid. And there's 2 hobgoblins. All right, should we like Prince Ali this and just like bounce in like a caravan of badasses to try and support Droop in his charisma modifier not being super great?
Well, if they're asleep
Let's
in
do
there,
this,
I can
guys.
just. If they're asleep in there, I can just sneak in there and stab them.
Yeah.
Is that what a king does?
They're hobgoblins. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could stealth in there and try and slit their throat. Oh wait, no, wrong character.
Leave that to me.
Yeah.
I can also try and stealth in there and try and slit their throats.
Here, GH. Here, let's just do this. Real quick.
Just
Nobody
out.
will
But
notice.
then I can't make jokes.
Nobody will notice.
Freddy Cop still doesn't have a tank.
For a second there, I thought it was another reunion.
And all of a
Oh,
sudden,
you can hear.
I'd say we could bring Ezra in, but he.
Ooh, I'm
Ooh.
dead. Ghost of
Oh my
Ezra
God,
Drake.
people.
Can I peek on the other side of that wall? If I like moved over here.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. You can see there that there is a door. Kind of like, God damn it!
Oh,
How many times do I have
did
to
it
click
get
it?
bigger? Oh
Yeah.
God!
You're-
there's
you're
so
on
much
the-
blackness creeping in.
I'm
The darkness is growing.
not the darkness.
The blackness.
Yeah, you can see like another little door there.
Oh, cool. It's just the two of them. Troop got this.
What's this, easy mode?
Yeah. So can Droop fit in there?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Droop
I,
is gonna put on a sneakum steppers though.
I would
try
like
to-
to get where Droop is, except for Droop's in the way.
Okay. Why don't you give me a stealth check there, Drew?
+9.
Droop good at job.
17. All right. You feel sneaky.
I'd like to aim down this guy just to be on the safe side with my ukulele crossbow. Just to
Okay.
be on the safe side.
So
I won't
Droop
pull the
just
trigger.
you know the deal. He's going straight for the throat. You know, no sound.
Yeah, and we discovered last time that this auto crits, right?
It should auto crit.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. So you kill these two hobgoblins. I mean, what's
Yeah,
your damage? I mean, your damage on a crit is
It'll be. Hold on, what's my sneak attack die at?
9,000.
I think my sneak attacks have 2d6, so yeah, it would be 2d8 plus 4d6 plus my stat.
yeah. So you kill them both easily. Slice.
Even
They
if they weren't,
they
even
do
if
not make a
sleeping didn't make
sound.
it auto crit, assassin would make it auto crit. So
Yeah, Boom Byron is like probably just waving his arms out in chat right now because I've made him roll to hit on a sleeping creature before, and he missed horribly. And so I said that he stabbed the pillow, and the guy woke up, and then there was this big fight.
okay. Dribble just kind of like motion to come through, like to squeeze through the hole.
I don't know why I'm getting in here.
Can I like, sneakily open the door and peek through it?
Sure. Stealth first, and then perception.
Rogues are gross.
So you
Uh-oh.
Oh right, you want a perception.
yes, that's fine. It just depends on how much I'm going to show you here. So stealth 20, you open the door sneakily, and you peer through. You see the light coming from this destroyed front like gate area of the castle. That's the only light in this area. That's all you can see is just the light like coming in from this busted down door. The corridor's cluttered with dusty rubble, fallen plaster. There's been a partial ceiling collapse in part of this area that you can see, but that's kind of what you can see. And like through there is there's another door that you can see there. And that is all she wrote.
It's a tiny door. That's where I keep a map.
Droop will kind of like try to like slip through the door without opening it all the way.
Okay, I'll carry over your stealth from the last roll.
I motion for I and Ezreal to come closer since I have a crossbow.
Now, just not trying to push you guys in any specific direction here, but just in case you didn't know, I'll try to make it more apparent that there is a door at the top of the kitchen up here. You see that?
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if you guys knew that that was a door, so I'm just throwing it out there.
And I assume that door goes into the same hallway we're in.
Roll me a Dungeoneering in Pathfinder, 2nd edition, Cunning Fox.
Second edition? No, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair assumption.
While they're doing this, can I check the belongings of these two hobgoblins?
Sure can. Go ahead and give me a perception eye. Perception eye, One.
3.
Hobgoblins. $16. Each has a chainmail and shield. The mail is actually next to them. They're not wearing it. The shield is near their bodies there, and a long sword, 2 long swords up against the wall, 2 long bows also. But they didn't really have any other possessions beyond that.
Okay.
We'll kind of try to creep open this other door to his left then.
Okay, roll stealth.
Do you want to do stuff?
Yeah.
All I got was a 15.
Did it not roll?
I rolled on chat.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't see it at all on my screen. That's so strange. Okay, 15. And so you're opening up the door?
Yeah.
All right, so you open up this door, and it kind of like bumps into something as you open it up. And then I imagine the moment where like a camper or hiker runs into a bear. Why? Why is it doing this? It's so bizarre. It's like it's on the reveal, but it's still hiding it. Yeah, you bump into a hobgoblin, so I imagine you have that moment where you're like, huh, huh, huh. Roll for initiative. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's happening in chat right now. That is very weird. Let me see if I can just pop it back open. There we go. That was so weird. I wasn't seeing chat at all. All right. Do we have any results yet? Because I'm just now reconnecting.
GH got a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, do I need to re-roll that because it was a 1?
Did I roll wrong? I did. I put a space.
17.
Thank you, Boo.
Does halfling things apply to...
I think so, right?
Yes. It's a D20 roll, and initiatives count as skill checks. So yes.
Okay. Cool.
Can
That's
you see
much
chat
better.
yet, or do you need us to read them off?
No, I'm back. So it's going to be GB And then Droop. Okay, Droop. Last act here in round 1.
It's hella awkward.
But the first act is none other than Hobart Q Goblin. This is this goblin's name. He's now a named character.
Shit.
Oh fuck.
It's Hobart. Hobart Goblin. Yeah, he's gonna make a attack with his longsword here. Startled him. He steeled himself, and that's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Believe it or not, that
21.
hits.
Sorry, 21. And that
Still hit.
is he is carrying a shield. This is a one-hander. Max damage. 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay, well, I'm unconscious, but not dying.
All right.
God.
Droop is unconscious, not dying. I'm just gonna mark him like that just so we know. Okay, Azrael, you saw Droop kind of like open up this door slightly, and then you saw the flash of a weapon as he was knocked unconscious.
I will go help him out. I don't know if I can get to a place where I can.
I am a body, so you can stand in my square.
Oh,
That sounds like an invitation.
Hey, baby, want to come stand on my square? Just gonna move you here, Droop, so that it's not as confusing.
don't worry, it's not raining. I'm just incontinent. And then let's beat him with the staff.
Okay. Let's beat him. Beat him. I'm gonna meet with Negamir in the next couple of days, you guys, and we're gonna start working on our downloadable character sheet program I'll roll the stuff for you in chat. I'm really excited to get that out to you.
Me too. That sounds great.
It's gonna be awesome. We'll have it'll actually be tied to you do a perception check. You click the perception button on screen. It shows that you're doing a perception check. I like that. It's gonna be good. 23 hits. 23 hits. So these guys are like a full chainmail with your staff. It's like you'd have to hit him in the face almost in order, so you just whack him across the head with this. For 5 points of damage. Okay.
I will give him some punches in the face.
Okay.
Just one though.
Just one knuckle sandwich coming up. 15 unfortunately misses.
And I'll just kind of stand there.
Okay. All right, Gamer Barterman. What do you think you're gonna do here? Just what do you think you're gonna do?
Oh well, I'm gonna get a slightly better angle so I don't directly.
So I'm gonna
shoot
black that
the
out, even though I
rope.
meant to reveal it. Okay, go on.
Okay.
I'm just mad at the
then
program.
I shoot him.
Alrighty. Yeah, gonna be a pretty tough shot here, but you're certainly welcome to try. Boom Byron, his name is Hobart Q Goblin. It's his name, Hobart. He almost critted there. That would have been great, because I did name him. He collects keychains from all the places that he visits. He's really hoping to get a water deep one. I'm sorry, GH, an 8 misses. He had a pretty significant boost to his AC. It was going to be real tough to hit anyway.
I can cast Healing Ward as a bonus action, though.
Okay.
You can.
Yeah. 1d4 plus spellcasting modifier, which is charisma for me, I think. So.
Checks out.
Yes, that's your charisma. Sorry.
I was panic like because I wanted to say it's always wisdom, but yeah, thank God it's not wisdom. Not the wisest bard.
Hopefully, if it was wisdom, you might have made your stats a little different.
Take that, Droop.
Nice. Alrighty. Nice little turn there. GB. Alright, I as fuck.
Oh, I take that back. I don't have any spell slots.
Oh no, you fell
I'm
back
so
unconscious,
sorry.
Drew.
Notorious
Um,
cheater, gamer.
I could have let it go. I called myself out. I'm
That's
sorry.
true. That's true. Cutting fucks. That was maybe. I don't. If exclamation HP -5 could itself be sad, that is the saddest typing of that I've ever seen. Just 5 and then back down to 0. Okay, I'm sorry. Please hashtag guest druid. Make your first combat move here.
So if I go through as is space, then I'm gonna get and
That's true.
Attack.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Book Fairy, because as you passed by him, GB, you would take an attack of opportunity.
yeah.
I small though.
It doesn't matter. You can pass through the square, but you can't avoid an AOO just because you're small.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just mark myself as dead then.
Okay, sure. If you just want to skip it, that's fine. All right. Let's see. Let me roll a hit. Maybe it'll be bad. It is. It was bad. That is a 7 to hit, so the attack of opportunity missed. But thank you for keeping me honest.
On the plus side, I can now walk through with no repercussions.
On the plus side, Droop is dead. Probably.
Ooh.
Okay.
I can walk through with no AOO.
That's true. Yeah, so now you can get through there, because I've used my attack of opportunity.
Okay. So wait a minute, but you used it on Gamer Bardwin,
Right, and I missed
Right.
her, and so I can't do that again this round. So I
only get one
cannot take an
reaction.
AOO.
All right. So I'm gonna go. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna go past everybody,
Okay.
Hi, Goblin.
Um,
Bye.
and I'm going to cure wounds. Cast cure wounds on Droop.
Okay.
So I touch him and let's see. Plus. Right. All right, and so he gets 6 hit points back.
Okay.
And that's it.
I don't.
Okay. Droop, you are up. It's been an eventful round for you. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna force. We're just gonna say you were forced up into that square because you guys can't occupy the same square. So you are where you are.
All right, I can't. Yeah, I need the other kind of halfling to do that.
Oh, I didn't realize
Lightfoot
that was specific to
halfling?
my halfling type.
Yeah, I think Lightfoot lets you stand in someone else's
Yeah.
square. I'm not sure though. This does put me in a predicament. I assume I cannot hit
Halfling
him
nimble-
from the square up.
Nimbleness. You can move through any space.
Did you say I can or can't?
You can't.
You can.
Okay, yeah.
You're a half.
You
have
can move
halfling
through the
nimbleness.
space, but you can't
Oh, that
occupy the
is
same
Lightfoot.
space. And he is you're a stout halfling, are you not?
Yes.
Oh.
You guys are two different halflings.
I have resistance to poison.
Oh well, la-dee-da. But I think that both of you can. Oh no, that's just the. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Because otherwise, like for instance, if this guy didn't have an AOO, Gamer Bardowin could move here with not any kind of issue because she can get through his square. But
I can move there.
But you can't move through his square, can you?
Wait.
Yeah, that's the nimbleness thing.
Yeah, because you need to be light. If you were a Lightfoot halfling, then you'd be able to get through his square and be here. But otherwise, you can't do that. He is blocking the door.
Can I occupy this space?
Yeah.
Then I'll go up there and try to just shoot him with a crossbow over Azrael.
Okay. Do you drop your dagger?
Yeah, my rapier was probably on the ground since I
gotcha.
fell unconscious.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, it's going to have a little boost to his AC here, but so you can certainly try.
I assume a 12 does not hit him.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No. All right, beginning of round 2. This guy's, I think that the, just the area of this combat is probably what's giving you the most issue here. It's hard to get everybody, you're not, it's just you're jammed in here. So this guy's going to take another longsword attack at you, Azrael. That's another 18 on the die. That'll be a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and he hits you for, not max damage this time, 4 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
And it is now your turn.
I hit him back.
Okay.
Real hard in the face.
With my staff.
But is your stick better than bacon?
Always.
Woo! That is, according to my calculations, Floor, that is a
my
natural 20. Would you care to confirm that crit?
I would love to.
Could you? Would you confirm that crit? That's a confirmed critical.
Oh my god.
That is a confirmed critical. We need like an alarm that goes off or something. Okay, this is called knockback. Double damage and target is pushed 1d6 squares away. I don't think it's going to matter. Go ahead and describe as you roll the damage on this what exactly this looks like, Floor.
So let's talk about how he's knocking this guy back possibly 30 feet with one swing.
Just slams into the wall there.
Oh yeah.
I imagine that Azrael remembers seeing the movements from his mentor, and that one move where she swoops underneath and knocks him up under the chin.
Mm-hmm.
And knocks him back a couple of feet and onto his back.
It's like an homage to her teachings, fresh in his mind.
Double it or roll twice.
Roll twice, please. Doesn't really matter. Your added bonus damage kills him.
That was max damage on that one.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. So he just did 19 damage. He had 6 HP.
I thought it was going to land on the 8. It was like, okay. I'm so convinced.
All right.
It's still really good.
You are out of combat.
What was he doing in there?
Probably his watch post.
Yeah, so as you walk in there, GB, and you see this guy.
Moved.
Sorry?
He moved.
He fell off. He just slumped off the wall. He slammed into the wall and he just slumped off.
Okay. That makes sense.
Long sword, chainmail, shield. GB, and you can see that his bow is leaning up against the wall here. And then as you look here, this is like an arrow slit. So he was basically guarding this front area.
Got any cool shit on him?
I just told you everything he had on him.
Any cool shit on it?
Yes, he has a coupon for a free Slurpee when you buy a 32-ounce
Holy
hot dog.
shit!
If you're keeping score at home, that's a 2-pound hot dog. I don't think 7-Eleven sells 2-pound hot dogs, but maybe, I don't know. In this universe that I've created, 7-Eleven sells 2-pound hot dogs.
Actually,
I'm not sure if that's a better or
and
worse
I hang
universe.
it on my belt, like to cover my butt, just in case someone tries to shoot me in the butt.
What do you take?
I wear his shield like a pan.
Absolutely not.
I can't get like a +1 armor.
Yeah, it's
for
like
having
it
a
is like
shield
as
on my
big
butt.
as you are.
Oh,
You like weld two of the shields together, and Gamer Bardoin just like waddles around. All right, I have a 28 AC Fshtanks.
I'm a turtle now. The wild bard. The wild bard retracts into its armored shell whenever frightened.
Okay. I leave the shield because I recognize it's too big for me.
All right. What next?
Keep going.
All right.
I mean,
Moving
we're
on.
just following King Droop around.
King Droop kind of got slapped last time. We're gonna ignore that.
King Droop and the Enforcers. That's our new band.
King Droop.
Just had a stupid plan that I don't think I should do.
Cool. Don't do it.
But okay, so there's probably another guy in that room, right?
Yeah,
If I knock
probably.
on the door and then just stab him when he opens it.
What if it's a goblin?
Then I won't stab him. Duh.
All right.
I mean, he's got a point.
One of us should knock and be like, King Droop is here. Announcing King Droop.
Oh, we could
Aren't
just yell
you the
that.
bard?
We could just yell that from this hallway if we're gonna do that.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Oh god,
King
she's doing
Droop.
it.
All right. So here's what happens. Gamer Bardoin, you step up. Oh no 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 no.
Oh.
No. We're going to keep you right there. You step up onto that square and you are like very defiant, like I'm going to pronounce King Droop is here. And as you step up there, GB, you step onto a invisible tripwire.
Oh,
And
fuck.
you hear the groaning of wooden beams and heavy stones above you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw
Oh, thank
to
God
avoid
it's
this
dex.
ceiling trap.
Oh, thank God it's Dex.
Make a dex
I
save
also
as you
apparently
attempt
need-
to avoid this trap.
I have inspiration as well. I might use it. so
Nope, you got to
before
tell me now whether before
I
you
thought I
roll.
had
You have to.
Yeah.
Before I roll, I
Yeah,
thought I could
it's
do it
it's
before
like
they announce the
it's
results.
bardic inspiration that you can use after you know the result of your roll. It's
Okay.
it's the actual inspiration that you have to announce before you.
I use
roll.
it now then.
Okay, so you're rolling with inspiration for probably like a really good poop joke during the last session. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I think it was a good joke. I'm pretty sure.
I'll tell you right now. Oh, 2 15s. 2 15s. That
Together,
is
that makes it 25.
That is a save. Yes, you nimbly
25, huh?
jump to the side
Just diminishing returns.
of this of this
Goblin school.
as the ceiling collapses in. Unfortunately, that made a rather loud noise,
Not just me.
and through these two doors 4 hobgoblins appear. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Behold, King Grawl! Or not King Grawl, King Droop. King Grawl's dead. And then we should roll the head. You guys should roll the head. I don't have the head.
Roll the beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh God!
My cat's unhappy about something.
It was the bean footage.
Oh God, you
we
guys,
can
these
get clear cat cam.
initiatives.
Hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I don't know what he
Rolling for
wants.
Grawl.
Okay, Vlor actually rolled a real initiative as opposed to everybody else's. Okay, minus comes there, and then Jesus, an 8, a 9, and a 10. You guys. Okay. Azrael, you are first to act. You hear the collapsing of the ceiling, and then you hear boots on the ground. What do you do?
I will.
Does Azrael have the head?
No. Droop
does?
has the head.
Oh.
Yeah, you're wearing
I
it like a
will
Flava Flav style necklace.
get up here. And I will toss out a bag of ball bearings.
Okay, okay.
Ooh.
And it should cover this square and this square.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you right now. And you can roll this back if you want. And I should have said something before for sure. But like this area here, such an ugly color. This area here is where the ceiling trap fell, and it is all difficult terrain.
Oh. Yeah, so that wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and roll that back. Because it'd be like throwing marbles down on like a bunch of rubble.
Could you throw the ball bearings in the squares they're already in?
Good.
It doesn't say. See, the thing is, it doesn't say what the distance is that you can toss these. I'm assuming that you have to be next to the squares you're trying to fill.
Yeah, because this isn't really like a thrown weapon.
I tried.
How would caltrops work? You know, like stepping on nails in the rubble?
Maybe, but I mean, these are intelligent creatures as well. You know, so it's like they'll see you putting them down. I mean, you're in front of them.
Yeah.
You're like, hang on one second. All right, go ahead.
Well, I grab a thing of them out of the bag and I toss them. So it's like,
if you want to do that, there's nothing stopping you.
I'm just trying to use what little things I have.
Soap. I could throw soap at him.
Maybe
Yeah,
they'll step on it.
Oh, you guys
Slow
ran out of
down.
soap like weeks ago. It reeks. Everybody reeks.
I still have my soap. It's never been used. You know, I will throw, because I've got 2 bags, I will throw one of them down here on this square.
Okay.
The caltrops. And then I'll step back.
So, I just quickly, I just said to myself, all right, if I roll a natural 1 for any 4 of these hobgoblins, they will not have noticed that you did that. And I did actually roll a natural 1 on one of these. So one of these hobgoblins did not see you throw the caltrops down.
Nice.
So there's that. And that was your entire first turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Because it takes an action to toss it.
All right, it is the hobgoblin's turn. this hobgoblin steps up to Gamer
He kills Gamer
Bardwin and takes a swing. God, I am rolling rocks. 17 on the die. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Woo! Max damage 9 points. I forgot what type of damage this is.
Nearly dead.
What type of damage is this? Does it matter? It doesn't. It's slashing damage. Okay. This is the goblin who. This is the goblin who didn't see the caltrip. So what happens? He takes like a point of damage, doesn't he?
So he makes a DC 15 Dex save.
A dexterity saving throw. That's a fail.
Takes 1 point of piercing damage and
Okay.
stops moving.
And stops moving. So he gets here and he's like, "Oh fuck, you son of a bitch!" All right.
Yeah.
This hobgoblin steps up here and has his longbow in hand and will attempt to shoot an arrow right into Gamer Bardwin. Ooh, maybe. No, it's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
All right, that's a miss with the arrow. Right into the wall behind you there, GB. And this hobgoblin also takes a step forward, also with longbow in hand, and fires an arrow at Droop. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, I didn't think that was going to hit.
Droop doesn't have good AC.
And hits you for 3 points of piercing damage with that arrow, Droop.
So wait, is that right? Oh yeah, all I have is leather armor.
Pleather.
How much damage?
3 points of piercing damage. Okay, a movement reduced by 10. I don't think it's going to matter in this little area, but that's good to know, Vlor. Alrighty, Droop, your first action in round 1. What would you like to do? Does anybody like full fish suit sweat in chat? Are these 4 hobgoblins going to TPK?
Do I get the sense that like I can actually intimidate them?
I don't think you're going to know until you try. If you want to use that as your action to roll the head out there like you talked about, it's going to be your turn. No guarantee whether it's going to work or not.
It's a turn that can end the combat. But Droop will get the head out of presumably like a bag we put it in.
Okay.
Since I'm not actually wearing it like a necklace since his head's bigger than my torso.
Okay.
And Droop will just kind of chuck it forward, like directly at the guy who took a shot at him.
Okay.
And so, the king is dead. There is no reason to fight me unless you wish to join him.
Okay. What would you? This is seems like more of a like a persuasion to me, the way you said it. But you can tell me.
Either way, it sucks. So. I don't know, I'm fine with it being either or.
Okay, so make a persuasion check then. Because this wasn't really a threat.
I mean, I did say I would kill them if they didn't stand down.
Okay, so yeah, if you're trying to intimidate, then you can roll that as well. That's fine. You are holding the head of their former leader. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a DC 15.
Okay. So.
Intimidate.
I have kept a lot of things on the back burner for a while here.
Okay.
I have 4 from myself from like 2 months ago. And I have 4 from Dronkus from about 3 months ago.
Notorious cheater, cunning fox pup.
And I also have inspiration from probably a poop joke.
Let's be honest, a really good poop joke though.
So I'm going to use everything I have.
Okay. So tell me what your +2 intimidation is after all of that.
I'm adding 8 to it, so I have a +7.
All right, so it's a intimidate, a +7 intimidate with inspiration. It's a DC 15.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is a well. Let's see if you can get a natural 20. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So. So Droop, you reach into your bag, you pull out the head of King Crawl, you chuck it at this guy. It hits him like in the middle of his chainmail chest and falls down at his feet. And all 4 hobgoblins see it, and they look down, and then they look back up at you. I can imagine Droop is just like tilting the crown on his head forward a little bit more, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the hobgoblin who you threw the head at that hit him, he's like, kill the king. Killing the king doesn't make you the king.
Doesn't matter what it makes me, as long as you leave.
I'm not gonna bend the knee. But we'll walk out this front door right now if you let us go.
As long as you don't hurt anyone else, you're free to go.
And so, one by one, they all exit out the front. They're all, like, looking behind. Maybe even, like, there's one of those, like, like the high school bully, like, made you flinch, like, jump forward, like he was gonna punch eye on the way by, It was one of those things. But, yeah, Droop, you successfully end this combat. They all just walk out the front door with no more king to serve. They're not going to serve you, but they have no reason to stay and fight.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Good job, Drew. That was awesome. I think we should sleep like a king in one of those rooms they just came out. For a nice
3,
long rest.
4, that's 7. They said 8 to 12.
Yeah, do you want to take on just as many with 3 health? Because I also only have 3 health and no spell slots to heal.
Any more that were in here you think would have come out since we collapsed a building?
Yeah, it'd be great if that one druid guy showed up, but I don't think he think he will. Well, that just told me a lot more than I intended.
Rudolph, like, hello, sorry I'm late. Does anybody need any healing?
You have a letter for me.
He casts mass cure wounds on everybody 4 times, turns into a bird, and then flies away.
And drops off a letter for my sister. Okay, thanks.
Goodbye, twiddly, and then he flies away.
It's like a tooth fairy. A druid fairy.
Alrighty. So GB wants a long rest. What do you guys think?
Oh, Drew, be careful of the scout.
I walked around them, right? They're only in that square.
Well, they're in the kind of that general area.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, that was a kind of a silly thing, Vlora, but I let it play out with a little bit of RNG. I rolled a natural 1. I mean, that realistically, that guy maybe steps forward and knocks you unconscious, right? I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. I was hoping to maybe get another turn and throw down another one on the other side so that if any of them walked through.
Yeah, I played it as if because I saw you do it, they could kind of avoid them or whatever, like whereas if you're walking through there and you didn't know they were there, then you just automatically are going to step on them. But I mean, it was silly, but it worked. I'm impressed. Well done.
Thank you.
I mean, also, Cunning Fox ending the combat, that's pretty clutch too, but
I mean, yeah, I feel like if they had knocked one of us down, that wouldn't have worked.
And Gamer Barnowin just being a meat shield was good. Yeah. GB just waltzing in there?
No.
I want to peek into this room on the right.
No one came out of that room though. I'm so scared.
Okay.
I just feel like it.
Okay, you're welcome to do that.
Cool.
Well, that's happening. I'm gonna drink my potion.
So you just open the door and walk in?
Yeah, I want to open the door and walk in and see what happens.
What can I? While that's happening, can I please drink my potion?
Sure, yeah. Take your potion first.
I'm trying to remember. All right.
I'm feeling lucky.
Alrighty. You have dark vision?
I don't think so.
You see absolutely nothing.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Oh yeah. Kelly's noticing the owlbear that you guys fought last time. That fight was over before it began, Kaliska. That owlbear did exactly nothing.
I have a cantrip that doesn't require a spell slot. That is dancing lights. I'll toss those.
No, I'm sorry, you forgot dancing lights. So the last time you used it, you forgot it.
Oh, what?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I
you
have a
forgot it.
torch.
Sorry.
But we have dancing
Can I,
lights.
like,
as
Here it
well.
goes again. GB, you should go in there too with the torch.
I cast dancing lights.
All right, so you cast
Okay.
dancing lights, and
This is a terrible idea.
you see this
Oh.
room.
doesn't
This
work.
is a high, narrow hall. It looks as if it might have been part of a chapel or a shrine at one time. Angelic figures are sculpted along the room's upper reaches, looking down on the floor below. To the north, a heavy red curtain blocks a matching pair of archways. Between the archways is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier.
Pretty. I use my lights to highlight the beautiful architecture and sculptures of the angels and stuff.
Why don't you give me a religion check?
Religion. Okay.
Who wants to see if Oz is behind the curtain?
I'm pretty sure the only thing behind the curtain is some cultists.
Probably.
Yeah, you have no idea who these gods are.
I'll take a crack at it.
Take a stab at eye. Roll to hit. 18, yes. Gamer Bardwin, in your travels, you maybe recognize some of these deities. There's Ogma, the god of knowledge, Mistra, the goddess of magic, Lathander, the god of dawn, and Timora, the goddess of luck. You can see them. They're like, these deities are carved into the stonework around the upper reaches of this room. And as you look closer, GB, you see that, like, some of the deities like have been crudely altered to have like pointy teeth and like to make their like visages more gaunt. Looks like somebody has crudely like gone up there and tried to alter these portraits of these gods in some way.
Oh, I just like. Not okay. Especially my Lady Luck God.
Is that your god?
I'm saying she is for right now.
Oh, okay.
If else asks me, I might not say so.
Gotcha.
For this moment, she is. That's so sad. Is there any blood on this weird altar thing? Has anyone been killed?
Give me a perception
here?
check.
Does this look like where people have died?
So, where are you looking in the behind the curtain?
No, not behind the curtain.
Just
isn't
like
this like an altar kind of?
Yeah,
thing?
it's like there's a stone brazier there, so I imagine you would be like that's like a carved sort of column almost in the center of the room, and then in front of that is that little
Oh.
brazier. And you go up to the brazier, and there's a mound of coal. And so for whatever reason, you are just kind of looking at the brazier, and you see like a glint of something in there, and so you Reach in, and you find hidden underneath the coal, it's a golden statue of a sun elf. It was wrapped in a crimson cloth.
Oh, so pretty. I put this in my bag. I don't try and hide it or anything. I just protect it and save it.
Okay.
Like the frog that that I gave to the dragon. Fucking dragon. All right, who wants to see if Oz is behind the curtain? No one seems to be like jumping in here with me. Like,
I could do it. I could do it.
Okay. I got your back.
Oh, so you're letting I go first then? Who wants to do this? Okay, go first.
Sure. Okay, but I need light. Probably.
Oh, I move my dancing lights towards the curtain.
Okay.
And like I'll have it follow Aya as she pulls the curtain away.
All right, so you pull the curtain back. You see quite a sight.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, God.
You see.
Oh.
This chamber occupies the northern tower of the castle. A stone altar stands in the middle of the room covered with blood-stained black cloth. Golden ritual implements, a chalice, a knife, are carefully arranged on top of the altar. 2 archways to the south are covered with heavy curtains. Those are the ones you just came through. And what you see is 4 goblins all sort of bowing down, worshipping. They're wearing weird robes you haven't seen any goblins wear before. And they're all bowing down around this center goblin who, I mean, can only be, from the cook's description, is Lupo. And Lupo looks up and sees Eye peeking around the curtain and these dancing lights lighting up this area over here.
Hi.
And he, he is like, look, Maglubiot brings more sacrifices. Bring them here and I'll sacrifice them myself. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Rolled very poorly for the goblins. And not so bad for Lupo. Not too shabby. And then he's like, hey, bring him over here.
Bring him here.
Hey, bring him over. That guy just disappeared.
Lisa rolled better than Cunning.
I don't know what's happening today.
You can't even blame it on your, like...
It's not like I have any kind of ability that makes me want to go first or anything.
Don't you have an item that lets you go first, but you have to hold it, right? And that's kind of like the pain
it's
in
the
ass.
Rod of Alertness. I haven't been assuming I've been holding.
No, I would assume you have both your weapons in hand.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk Inish. I. I'll start with you. What is your initiative?
Okay.
No, what is your initiative? What was your initiative roll? All right, we'll come back to you. Gamer Heroine, what is your initiative?
14.
14. Alrighty. You had a 20, Book Fairy. Okay, Droop.
Out of 9.
Oh dear. Okay, and Azrael.
13.
Alright. After Gamer Bard, okay, I actually go first. So this goblin that you know is Lupo, the cult leader, takes out what does he want to do? He takes out a javelin and just hurls it at you,
Oh.
It's a 15 to hit.
15, yeah.
Hits you for 4 points of piercing damage. As the javelin hits you, and it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast. Okay. Sorry, I haven't done this before. I want to cast Moonbeam,
Okay.
and okay, so he's in range. It's a 5-foot radius. First time it starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames. Okay, so when they enter or start their turn there, they must make a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw.
And saving throw.
This is
And
ridiculous. I hate this thing. Like, why doesn't this work? It makes no sense.
Back to the light function.
The
I did.
shadows are
It is.
growing.
Like, you don't understand. It's not on the... I've never once have I clicked hide area, but it always defaults to that. And then I click on the reveal area, and it still does it. Fuck you, Roll20! Okay, what's the area, and does it do anything immediately?
Well, it says when a creature... So it's a 5-foot radius... 40 foot high. I'm going after Lupo, and it's a concentration.
Gotcha. So, like, it's only going to happen at the big start of Lupo's turn. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah. When they enter the spell's area for the first time, or starts its turn there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So that'll happen on his next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? Or any movement?
I am going to
Run away!
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to move back here.
Okay. Alrighty. GB. Round 1. What would you like to do?
Is the curtain still pulled back, or is it like...
Yeah, I imagine you would have pulled the curtain back at this point, so you can just imagine that you can see into that room, for the most part.
Okay. I'm feeling kind of nervous. My health is low. I'm feeling unsteady. And I choose to shoot them because honestly, I'm out of spell slots.
Okay.
I don't have a whole lot of other options. But instead of grabbing my regular arrows like I always do, I panic. And I accidentally grab my badass secret thing I've held on to this whole time I never used.
Yay!
And I, where is it? Other possessions. And I use my ancient arrow of elven design that was gifted to me from a fan. And because I've never used it, gamer Bardowin doesn't know what it actually does. I know it goes pew pew pew. But I shoot it without realizing. I just go pow.
All right. So just a goblin you're shooting at?
Yeah, I shoot
Like
at
the
this
guy?
one
Yeah,
because
that
it's
guy
very
there.
far.
Okay. Yeah. So roll to hit.
And it I roll a nat one. No. Come on.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
What?
An 8.
I'm
I'm sorry.
funny.
8 misses,
Oh.
but as the arrow flies through the air, it makes it to about right here, GB, and then it disappears, and then it flies like right in front of the goblin's face and hits the wall in front of him right here, as if it was shot from here. And so it's here, this direction. So it's kind of disappeared right here, reappeared over here, and then right into the wall over there. Real Life Unicorn, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the fish tank. All right, any movement here, GB?
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because that was A, real crazy,
Alrighty.
and B, I have 0 spell slots.
All right, great. No spell slots. Everything's great.
And three health. So no health potions.
Okay, Azrael, you are up and furthest away from the combat, I believe.
I know, it's great. I will do a mad dash. 30. This curtain has not been altered.
Correct.
So I will throw another thing of caltrops there.
Okay.
And then 5, 10, 15 here. And I will throw a dart.
Okay. Throwing the caltrops down, not an action?
Oh, you know what it is? I will just stand there.
All right. How stupid do you look when you stand there? Pretty stupid?
No, not at all.
Oh. I
Not
just
at all.
wondering. Just wondering. Just for the narrative. Okay, Droop, you are up.
Now I want to move up there, then do the whole spiel about how they don't have to fight me. But then I'll be in front of him, and then they'll fight me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what are you riding on for HP there? 9?
9.
All right.
So I'm doing me a think here. All right, I got it. All right. So first action, I'm gonna take the Rod of Alertness. And I'm gonna stick it into the ground.
Okay, so remind us what the Rod of Alertness does when it's stuck into the ground.
It shines bright light within 60 feet, and then a
Nice.
dim light for another 60.
Nice.
Anyone within 60 feet of it, that's obviously on our side, gets a +1 to their AC. And any hostile units that are invisible in that radius are revealed.
Okay. Cool, so you guys all get an AC bump from that? Is that... I'm sorry, I was like half paying attention.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Everyone gets one AC.
Oh yeah, okay.
Cool deal,
Yeah.
cool deal. I was thinking about how I would like to kill you guys this combat, and then I lost my train of thought. Okay, and that is your action for this turn, Droop. Would you like to move at all?
Yes. Troop will move to here and call into the room. The King of Cragmaw is dead. We really don't have to fight here, but we will if you make us.
And Lupo calls back, "We only serve one true king. Maglubia thirsts for your blood."
He shall stay thirsty then, I'm afraid.
McLubius more like McPoobius.
Got him. Roll to got him. GH, what do you have to your got him check? Okay.
Over 9,000 bonus.
Roll to got him. Okay, first goblin does indeed. Also, fuck you, Vlor. First goblin runs here, and what is it? What do I have to do? It's a dex save?
Yes.
You son of a bitch. How many caltrops do you have? Did you pick them? Did you pick them up all individually in the rubble? Like, all right, let me.
No.
There's 15. 1, 2. Help me find them.
I had 2 bags.
All right.
That was it. And I've saved them from the very, very beginning to use them now.
You said it's a dex save?
Yes, 15.
9. 9.
All right, he takes 1 point of damage
And stops right there. The good news is that even though I'm stopped right there, I can still take a swing at I with my scimitar. Ooh, okay. That's a 19 to hit. Minimum damage, 3 points of slashing damage to you, I.
Let's not kill I. Like, all the rest of us can die as long as I lives. be really awkward to be like, hey, you spent 1 week
Yeah,
off. You
sorry,
died."
Minnie.
All right,
Died while you were
this
gone.
goblin, now aware that there's caltrops, slips by.
He jumps a 5-foot square.
He does a cool does a kickflip over top of this. He's riding a. Did I mention this? He's riding a skateboard. Yeah, he's riding a skateboard.
I mean, is that
Same amount, real life
Is
unicorn. I'll take an advantage. I'll take an advantage on one of these rolls. Okay, yeah, does a kickflip over top of the goblin on his skateboard. Slicks his hair back and takes a scimitar swing at Eye. Oh, it's a miss. You hate to see it. 9 to hit, misses. This goblin that you shot the arrow at, he's just gonna. The GB shot the arrow. It's gonna stay put, and he's gonna take a fire shot with his short bow at Azrael. Fuck. Yeah, 10 to hit, misses.
Yep, misses.
This goblin. This goblin's going to do the same thing. You're going to get a little bit of... no, he's got a pretty clear shot at you, Azrael, I would say there. Going to do the same thing, short bow attack. Oh, that's going to hit. 18... 22 to hit.
That hits. I'm going to do something fancy.
Okay. You grab it?
And I'm going to catch it.
All right.
Yep, deflect missiles.
All right. Do you have to roll to do that?
The amount of attack damage to reduce. I do. Let's see. You have to roll your damage first, though.
Okay. It is 5 points of piercing damage.
I catch it.
All right, so you catch it. And can you throw it back, or you just catch it? Throwing it back is like another thing, right?
Yeah, we didn't take a short rest, so I don't have any key points.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty, this is a hard combat only because you guys are just running out of resources to fight. This Lupo steps up now, drops his javelin holder. What were we calling it? Was his javelin quiver?
They exist.
Cunning Fox has to exclaim every time that they exist. And he's going to make 2 attacks against you, Azrael, with a scimitar. Multi-attack. That is a 18 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, baby. 7 points of slashing damage. And this attack, the second attack, I make with disadvantage. And it's a natural 1. Natural
Nice.
1 on a named character, so I will confirm my fumble. Not a confirmed fumble. But it does miss the second attack. And it is now Eye's turn. That was the beginning of round 2. It is now Eye's turn. Eye.
Okay. I
Yeah, Eye.
am
You're Eye.
going. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my scimitar the goblin to my right, and
Okay.
I'm gonna use the +1 from Boom.
From Boom, okay.
So that'll be 4. Okay.
Ooh.
Woo! That's a natural 20 by my calculations. That'll hit. Roll, confirm your crit. Confirmed. Let's see if we get another confirmed crit here. What do you think? What do you think? This is the scimitar?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. You want to do your same +4, but it doesn't matter because you're going to roll one more, 1d20 +4, and if you roll another 20, you just kill it.
Okay.
Do it.
This will be the first time it's happened in the campaign. Let's see if Book Fairy can roll 3 natural 20s in a row. What is it? What is it? Oh, no. Okay. It is a hit. It is a hit, though, and it is a confirmed crit. This is a slashing weapon. This is called Brow to Chin. Double damage and a -2 penalty on perception checks and ranged attacks until healed. I don't think it's going to matter, so go ahead and roll your double damage, please.
6. Do I do it twice or?
Yeah, you're going to roll it twice. Chance to kill him outright here. Let's see. And you do, exactly. Yes, you kill the goblin that stepped across the uncaltropped goblin. Okay, anything else?
And I'm gonna go ahead and if I move, then I'm gonna take an attack of
You will.
opportunity, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. All right, GB. G to the B. You're up.
I move.
I'll move him.
I shoot him.
I move.
I do again.
13 hits.
Oh, it hits.
13
Damn.
hits.
My first damage of the night.
Hits. Remember, these guys aren't wearing the same stuff that the other goblins are wearing. They were just wearing, like, cloth robes.
Yeah.
That is 10 points of damage, and you kill him.
I kill him.
I kill him. I kill him. Okay, anything else, GB?
I'd like to stick my tongue out at the leader dude.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
All right, great. Azrael, you're up.
At this point, Azrael takes the mask and puts it on.
Alrighty, let me check the CR of this guy. Alrighty, go ahead and roll. Well, what did we decide it was? It's a save against your charisma.
I've only done it once, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's I think we made it like a DC 12 charisma save or something like that.
Is that an intimidation type?
Yes.
Then yeah, charisma is the intimidation.
It's a fail.
Oh wow.
So this goblin becomes afraid of you. It's now feared for, I think we said 2 rounds. Has to cower away from you. Anything else?
Is that an action?
That is your action. Yep.
Okay.
So you put on the mask, and then you guys can see now, maybe for the first time, these snakes begin to emerge from the eyes of this mask as it takes on a life of its own.
Does he increase his sneak for being a sneaky snake?
And then you guys ride the snake.
Only for gift subs.
Any movement here, Azrael?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Alrighty, Droop, you're up.
Can I stand in the spot with the brazier here?
I don't see why not.
I'll
You need
step
help
up
getting up
here
there?
and stabby stab.
Okay. Book Fairy is like locked in the other room, close the door in the other room, and Timothy's in the hallway losing his fucking mind. 26 hits. Here comes the fucking pain. Yeah, you just outright murder him. Kill him in a single hit. The sneak attack comes up. I imagine you just sneak up and just be like, "Good night, sweet prince," and you stick the rapier just under his chainmail shirt and stab him upward right into the heart, and he just dies on the end of your sword.
Damn.
With the rest of my movement,
Oh, how did you do that?
I walk up to the goblin with weapon still in hand, covered in their priest's blood. I'll say it again. Stand down, and you can leave.
And the goblin looks at you, Droop, and I can imagine that there's just your entire weapon is just covered with gore, right? Just down near your elbow, just blood and gore, and you are you yourself are in a terrible shape. You have cuts, you're dirty, you're wearing this tarnished crown on your head, you're sweating and caked in dirt, and he looks at you and he looks at your arm with the sword that's covered with blood and gore of his priest that he basically would have laid down his life for. And then he looks at the arrow sticking out of the wall at this perpendicular angle, and he just drops his short bow to the ground and steps back, and the other goblin follows suit.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there.
I grab my arrow.
And then you leave Cragmaw Castle forever. Oh, this little face down there. I didn't see it before. Yeah, congratulations. You've completed Cragmaw Castle. In the interest of just not having to start the session here, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the rest of this. You guessed it correctly that the hobgoblins cleared out and you fought them all. As you look around here, of course, you found that a really interesting statue, GB, that you have in your possession now. Maybe more to that, you're not sure. As you check around in this little area here, you do find some good stuff here. There is and I'll copy this into our DM. There is under the bloodstained stone altar, there is a chalice, a knife, and some. They're all man-made art objects, and they're worth 150 gold, 60 gold, and then there's a censer that is worth 120 gold as well. Post that here in our chat so you guys can keep track of that. That's all the stuff you found in there. You're still on the lookout for a map, right? You never did come across that map here. So you're not sure where that is, but we'll pick it up. I imagine you would really have tossed the full castle. You have time to take 20 on every one of your perception checks now, essentially, and the map is nowhere to be found here. So you still aren't quite sure.
What about the door?
What door?
The door next to Droop.
That's where you checked all that.
I just opened that up to show you guys. So in that area there, it's oak casks, salted meat. This is you see a bloody suit of chainmail, a heavy crossbow. So actually in this area, that's good. I am hand waving a little bit of this because it's I don't know. You've seen everything there is to see in here, basically. But in that room, Bookfairy, you do find among the supplies a bloody suit of chainmail, a heavy crossbow, and an unsheathed longsword with the emblem of Neverwinter worked into its hilt. And Azrael, you recognize immediately that this stuff belongs to Sildar Hallwinter. This is his stuff. So, Sildar might be extremely grateful if you were to return these items to him. There's just some more barracks, plain straw pallets in that other barracks, and you find, just an assortment of like a quarterstaff, a couple of great swords, all the stuff that the bugbears had on them, basically. Morning stars in that other area, but still no map. No map here at the Cragmaw Castle, so it's going to be up to you guys to decide what you're going to do next time. But I have some wonderful news, everybody, is that everybody just leveled up to level 4, so we'll join you next time with your level 4 characters. Remember, at level 4, you can either choose an ability score improvement of 1 in 1 or 2 to one of your stats, or you can choose a feat. I'll allow you to do either one. So I know you guys had probably already prepped most of this, so it's not going to be too much work. But next time we'll begin our campaign at level 4. Thank you guys so much. We will see you in 2 weeks for the continuation of our campaign.